This is indeed a disturbing universe.
Hello, greetings and welcome. Welcome to the Stereo 999 YouTube channel. I'm your host, the artist formerly known as Stereo Steve. Once again, waiting on public transportation. I'm going to meet up with some friends from out of town who want to check out Amoeba and dig for records. I don't know if I'm going to film. I don't know if I'm really going to get anything I can use out of this. I might just talk about whatever records I end up finding. I'm not sure if my friends want to get filmed or not, but we shall see. Okay, well, I'm back in the dungeon this is the next day after my record buying trip with my friends. They did not want to be photographed because they're in witness protection.
Oh, that's a bunch of bull, Steve. You don't even have any friends. You're just making this up.
No, it's true. I have friends, Mr. Gopher.
Are they imaginary friends? I've never seen your friends.
Do you watch Sesame Street? Well, you know that it's canon that Snuffleupagus is real. Well, my friends are real. Yeah, well, you know what, Mr. Gopher? If anyone around here is imaginary, it's you. And eventually, I'm going to smoke enough that I nuke the brain cells where you live, and you'll be back to being a toy.
I wasn't questioning your mental ability. I just didn't think you'd have any friends because you're such an asshole.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Be cool. Peace and love. This is supposed to be all about the music, man. Yeah, so this record buying trip, I was mainly just hanging out. I grabbed a few cheap things yesterday. But also in the past few weeks, I did get a couple of things a little more high-end that I will talk about when we get to the bottom of the stack. So let's just get into it. All right, so this is one I always see, and it's always like just beat to hell. And this time around, it was like kind of VG condition, and it is Near the Beginning by Vanilla Fudge. For those of you who see Vanilla Fudge records all the time and go, hey, is Vanilla Fudge good? Yes, Vanilla Fudge is good, even brilliant, but Vanilla Fudge were also notorious wankers. You may remember in the past I've talked about this album. Concept album, heavy on the concept, not too much music, lots of concept, not a lot of music. Well, this album, they kind of wank in a different way. The first side of it is 3 songs, a really heavy, fuzzed out, sludgy cover of Junior Walker and the All-Stars, Shotgun. And then a very pastoral prog rock reading of Lee Hazelwood's Some Velvet Morning. And then an original song called Where is Happiness? But then the entire second side, break song, is an improvised jam from a live performance. And it's like 20 minutes of like between song wanking, you know, nice sick wah-wah guitar playing, a real long thumpy drum solo from Carmine near the end. But it's literally 20 minutes of between song jam and no song. It's fun to listen to, especially with a little assistance. Okay, another cheapo. This is another one I'd see in bargain bins all the time, and I just thought I may as well get it, you know. This is Early Cream of Eric Clapton, Jack Bruce, Ginger Baker. And this is on the Springboard label, which was one of those cheapo special straight to bargain bin record labels. I think the Trip Jazz reissues are part of the Springboard universe. But M. Lamb bought this copy in 1976, and it's commemorated by his insignia here. But, you know, my question was, is this really Cream? What it is it's, of course, before Cream, Eric Clapton was in the Yardbirds, and Jack Bruce and Ginger Baker played with Graham Bond. So it's 4 Graham Bond tracks and 2 Yardbirds with Clapton tracks, and it's kind of bootleg quality. And you know, if I paid any more than $2 for this, I would be pissed. But this is kind of a fun jam record to put on. These next 2 records were kind of a gamble, because this is one of those situations where I could buy something that I already have. And I hate that. I've done it. It makes me feel old and feeble. But I picked up the oldies but goodies. Those oldies but goodies. These are really cool compilations of mostly 50s, early 60s, early rock and roll and doo-wop. This volume 4 has Love Is Strange. It has the original version of Money. It's got Silhouettes by the Rays. It's got Carl Perkins' version of Blue Suede Shoes, and it's on the Original Sound label, which I think was the same label the Music Machine's first album came out on. But anyway, I got volume 4 and volume 5, and I was like, I know I have a couple of these, but I hope I'm not buying ones I already have. But then when I got home, the ones I had were 2 and 3. I got this. Al Di Meola, man of many notes, zillion notes a second guitar player in the Fusion Rain. And I think this is his first solo album from like 76 maybe. But this is really good. This has got some hard jams, and he's got the great Jaco Pastorius playing bass on the second side, and Steve Gadd plays drums on this, who played with Steely Dan Asia. So basically just top-notch musicians just going off with their skills. But it gets in a groove. It's good. I was pleasantly surprised by this record. This is one I can't believe I've never had, because I had like Rush up to Signals. It was Grace Under Pressure, and I think it was marked down because somebody spilled something on the cover. But the record's totally fine. But yeah, this is kind of their early 80s synthesizer period. It's still got the futuristic lyrics and tricky time changes, but I mean, compared to their more high concept stuff from the 70s, this has got shorter songs and more keyboards. But there's some good tunes here. Body Electric, Distant Early Warning. Yeah, so this is pretty solid. This one, some people are going to be, I can't believe you don't already have that. But I had their first album, Shuttered Room, and I had a 7-inch 45 of One Thing Leads to Another. But yeah, The Fix. Reach the Beach. Just, you know, the year 1983 holds a special place in my heart and this qualifies as 1983 music. I can rock. All right, so I'm here with my friend Mark, who is not in witness protection, so I am showing him on the video, and we are about to go to the theater and see the Pink Floyd at Pompeii movie. Is it like IMAX or is it just...
It's full on IMAX. It's been remastered. It's glorious. It's like 50-year special copy. It's going to be epic. We're going to feel like we're there in Italy.
That's
just chilling
cool.
In the middle of a bunch of like people
Lava.
that died a long time ago.
Hey, echoes of the distant times.
God, yeah, ghostly.
God, I saw that movie like in the old Parkside Theater when I was like probably 12 years old.
Oh, wow.
And then I got the VCR tape like in the 2000s.
Yeah, I've never seen the theater, only the tape, man.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, the original cut of the movie, there was a scene that I distinctly remember, which is when they're making the squealy sounds from echoes, where you see David Gilmour bending the guitar string all the way across to make that sound. And I didn't see it in the VCR tape version. It had just like lava or something.
Oh, hopefully they have that.
We're going to see. We're going to find out. Yeah. All right. Well, after the movie, we'll...
All right.
A few minutes later.
Yeah, so we fucked up. It was like the wrong night. So we're going to go see if we can find some bands to see or something.
Oh yeah, that's just fine. Come on, boys. Just one more time.
I showed you Rush. We gotta give love to the Canadian bands, in this time of American recordation. April Wine, First Glance, and in Canada they have a lot of albums, a long career that goes back to about 71, maybe earlier than that. But this is just meathead, no-brainer rock and roll at its best. She's a roller, get ready for love. And it's on Capitol. Yeah, so you want some beer drinking rock and roll music. And some April Wine. I think I showed you there's another record of theirs where they cover 21st Century Schizoid Man. But this one is before that. It's more meat and potatoes rock. I was pleasantly surprised to find this. This is the Alive in America live album from Sugarloaf. Came out on CD. I don't know if it's a bootleg or what. I mean, it's a soundboard tape of a live performance, probably from like 75 or something, 74. But it sounds great, and it's on Spotify, and I'll put a link to it. And what's funny is like the first track that says Buzzard Stomp, Backdoor Man. It's actually a bunch of songs that with no breaks in between. They just do a long kind of montage of several songs, a long jam at the beginning. But yeah, Sugarloaf, Green-Eyed Lady. Don't call us, we'll call you. This one, yet another John Mayall and the Blues Breakers. Another one, you know, you see their records and they're usually totally destroyed. So when you see one that looks playable, you grab it. And a few weeks ago I saw a copy of this particular album and it was a little more than I wanted to pay. But this was a good deal. This was a good deal. And this is Crusade is the third album with Mick Taylor on guitar. And you know, John Mayall is one of the primary exponents of the British blues movement. He recently departed from this world, but he lived to be 100. I believe he lived to be 100. I could be wrong.
90, not 100. What were you thinking?
I don't know, but this is a good record. If you like your 60s rock blues. So that's the cheap heat I got from my meetup with my friends yesterday. And got a couple more records to talk to you about. This one I ordered and it just arrived recently. I ordered it a while ago online. It took a while to get here. This is Mighty Baby. And I've seen some like high rollers who found original copies of this, which are not cheap. And I was like, this music is ubiquitous. I listen to it all the time. And I'm gonna find it. But turns out that there is a quality reissue on the Big Beat label out of the UK. It's not hard to find, not super duper expensive, but it's got liner notes with the story of the band. They were an offshoot of the mod rock band The Action, whose album Rolled Gold is also pretty great. But this is the first Mighty Baby album, Egyptian Tomb, and the title track is a total earworm. It's like Yes meets the Rolling Stones, and there's just some great guitar and some good songs on this. It's a solid late 60s, early 70s English psych rock. And speaking of psych rock, the band that came to America from London that I got to see about a week or so ago, the Bevis Frond. The great Nick Salomon has been doing the Bevis Frond project since the 80s. Just keeping the fuzzed out guitar and well written songs alive into the future. This is their most recent album, Focus on Nature. Flowers in the gatefold. But this is a nice 2-record set. Solid collection of songs from Nick and the boys. And I also got the opening band CD from the merch table because they were good. Immaterial Possession. They're from Athens, Georgia, and they had let's see what the hype sticker says. Beautifully accomplished folkloric tales from Athens, Georgia's Immaterial Possession. A haunting and immersive trip into the inner psyche of these traveling soothsayers. Yeah. So yeah, I picked that up too. They were good. So yeah, well, it looks like it's been 20 minutes, and I don't know. Did I say anything even? I don't know. Welcome if you're new here. Maybe watch some of my other videos because they might be better than this one. If you're a repeat viewer, welcome back, and I appreciate you. And yeah. Like, subscribe, comment, blah, 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 blah. Stop. 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 Late night treks back home in the city. Takes me back.